God bless you. Good morning. Bishop Gary with you again. Welcome to Breakfast with the Bishop. Want to go right to the scriptures. Kind of talked last week and just gave you some pointers of everything coming up. But I want to talk to you this week about us. Proverbs 17 and 22 says, a merry heart does good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. Now, I might have shared this with you on earlier shows, but it's in my heart today. It does us good. Let's get out of the religious mode or out of the church world for a minute, and let's just talk about watching a good old comedy hour. I'm talking clean comedy, not some of the stuff you see today that make fun of everyone, can't do anything but cuss and make liberal jokes about conservatives. I'm not into any of that. But a merry heart does good like a medicine. I like to find things to laugh about. Laughter heals. Laughter heals the heart. Laughter heals the body. Laughter heals the soul. It stimulates the mind. And if you can find something in every day to laugh about and talk about, I laugh at me. I don't take myself too seriously. When I do, I usually get in trouble real quick. Someone will come along. And I'll give you an example. A few years back, excuse my coffee cup. A few years back, I was preaching, and this young boy was in the service, and he just sat there and stared at me, and just stared, and he stared, and he stared, and he stared, and I thought, gee, is he really getting everything I'm saying, this young boy? Man, and I preached for probably 35, 40 minutes, very hard and straight, and he never moved. I thought, I got to talk to that young boy. He was probably 5 or 6 years old, and I thought, he can't even understand some of the words I used. Nevertheless, I got to talk to him. And so I went when I finished, and the pastor finished, and we did whatever all we do in the morning services and the evening services. This was the morning service, and he didn't go to Sunday school for some reason. He was there. And I went over to the pastor, and I said, who is that boy? He says, his name is Jimmy. I said, all right. And I went to his parents and said, can I talk to Jimmy? It's no big deal. I just want to talk to him and meet him. And they said, oh, yes, Brother Gary, he likes you. I said, well, I'm glad. So I went over and I said, hello, Jimmy. Did you like the message? He said, yes, I loved it. I said, you did? He said, oh, man, yeah. I said, well, what did you learn from it? Now I'm waiting for this big revelation. Now here it comes. And he said, you got a big mouth. I said, what? He said, I never saw a mouth that big before. And I thought, oh. It's funny now because I took myself quite seriously back then, and felt like that, I thought I really reached him, but it showed where he was coming from. He was fascinated with the character of the man, not what the man had to say. And I had a big mouth. So anyway, I have laughed at that for many, many years. And the next meeting we went to, when someone was staring at me, I didn't bother to go over there to ask them what was going on. I'd learned my lesson. But a merry heart, it'll do good like a medicine. Listen, there's the other side of the coin. A broken spirit dries up the bones. It dries the bones. And if your bones dry out and get brittle, they break. A broken spirit will break your heart. It'll break your will. It'll break your power. It'll break you down. It'll bring in sickness. It'll bring in sorrow. It'll bring in pain. Life's tough, yes. But each day, whoever out there listening, I feel like right now, by the Spirit, someone in particular needs this message, and you've just been jilted or wounded terribly by maybe a family member, maybe a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know. Maybe there's more than one of you. Don't let that get to you. Think of something funny. If you can't laugh at anything else, laugh at me. I got a big mouth. And if you can't get past the hurt, listen, that hurt will dry up your bone. It'll cause cancer. It'll cause over amounts of stress. It'll cause heart attack, stroke, diabetes. All these things originate in the mind, in the spirit world. You may not agree with me, but science is beginning to see that these things are not activated until the traumatic experience comes into our life. And there's other facets involved, of course. But I'm only dealing with the idea that we need to find something this morning to be happy with. Find something today that you can laugh about. Find something that you think about it Think about an old joke. Think about a song you used to sing. Think about how wonderful it is when it's not this season. We always want to be somewhere where it's not cold or not hot or whatever. But I want you to begin to search your heart for the merry things, for the merriness that's in there. If you'll notice, Christmas time, whenever Christmas time comes around, no matter how bad you're feeling, no matter what's going on in your life, you see somebody, Merry Christmas! Well, how do you know it's merry? Because something inside you feels merry. You got to feel merry to be merry. I'm merry this morning, not M-A-R-Y, M-E-R-R-Y. A merry heart, and it's going to do me good like a medicine. I'm 70, and I cannot afford to get down. I can't afford to be sad. Sure, everybody goes through those days. I mourn the loss of loved ones. I have problems like everyone else. But you can't let that bother you. You have to find a place in life where you can bring in laughter and heal. You can bring in merriness and heal. And you can do some good. You that are stressed out there today, think of something funny. Think of something strange. I'll tell you what, you get on the internet. 2 druggies just got busted. They were going to go to the Planet Drugs and do some drugs, and they were going to wear a wire and trap Jesus. And, I mean, it gets better with each line. They searched their house, and they found $10,000 cash, drugs, and drug paraphernalia, and the baby alligator. Oh, okay. I thought that very humorous. My wife did too. She's still laughing. But I just want to close with a prayer. I want to pray for each one of you today. I want to pray that God will give you something to smile about. It takes 48 muscles to frown. It's working pretty hard. It takes 2 muscles to smile. I'm lazy. I'm merry. I'm happy. Let me pray. Father, give us merriness. Give us joy. Give us laughter. Take away the hurt, the heartache. Bless us today with something fresh, sweet, new, and funny. In Jesus' name, amen. God bless. I'm still smiling. Next time.